just happen to be subscribed to like a Catholic podcast person who lives close to me to actually, he doesn't know, I don't never met him or anything. I just know from him saying on podcasts that he's local to me. And he's pretty big in like the whole Catholic institution. Well, he just uploaded a video that a priest who was asked by Trump to come, the Trump campaign, to come before that rally to pray. Just please watch this. It's like 4 minutes long. I'm going to make video responses to any comments to discuss it, because I know there's some key spots in there that it's going to stick out to everybody the way it did to me. I'm not saying anything. Just watch this.
Remember, at this point, I had already been in my car and was out when a lot of this happened, that there was a second shooter and that person escaped. Tells us, and oh good one, save our souls. My friends, I just came back from attending a President Trump rally. I was called by the Trump campaign to open the rally with a prayer. Of course, it was, as I said, in the sweltering heat, and we know what happened. There was an attempt on his life. I'd like to share with you things as I saw them and came in. I figured, I've done the main thing here. I've met Mr. Trump, and I'd like to get out before the crowds get crazy. And he was to speak for about an hour. So I left, and as I was leaving, the Secret Service let me out a side way, and I went, and some people recognized me from saying the prayer, and they asked me what my thoughts were of Mr. Trump, and I told them, whatever my thoughts are, it doesn't really matter. What's important is that, we pray for our leaders. So I told the people is to pray for him, for his protection. And the reason I said that is because people are going to try and kill him. They're going to try and shoot him. And I left it at that, and I left and went to my car. And as I was going to my car, I began to hear, I heard something, and then I saw a bunch of people running, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I started to hear that someone said there were gunshots. So at that point, there was just mass chaos on top of chaos, mixed together with chaos. And that's how the devil works. He loves chaos, and people mixed together with chaos. And that's how the devil works. He loves chaos, and people were going every which way. I got out of there. And at that point, we heard the helicopters and everything taking place. And at this point, it becomes secondhand, because I had parishioners who were there telling me what had happened, that as Mr. Trump was shot, they heard the bullets come from over their shoulder, which would have been a wooded hill about 250 yards away from Mr. Trump. And fire was returned by the snipers on the roof. And it seems, according to my parishioners who were there, that when the helicopters came in, they came for people who were in the field, suggesting that possibly people were injured, or there may have been casualties. We don't know, in the field, from the crossfire. I'm told also from some people there, remember at this point I had already been in my car and was out when a lot of this happened, that there was a second shooter and that person escaped. Again, this may be hearsay in the confusion of the fog of war, as they say. All of this is unfolding. But, people often ask, why is a priest involved in this, and a priest involved in this, and one can very well ask, is that why is a priest involved in anything? Why don't we just live a life of hermetically sealed in a monastery? Is because we are called to a bloody faith. Christ calls us to get dirty, and to have a nail go through the hand sometimes, and a crown of thorns through the temple. Some people are called to the contemplative life. Others are called to married life. But whatever your vocation is you are to work for the sanctification of this world and the salvation of souls.